watch people read, and when I see this, I'm like, you're insane. There's no. What happened? Oh my God, Legolas just. Oh my goodness, the dwarves were coming, and Legolas shot the arrow, and it hit. Oh, this book.
And welcome to the Sundaes Scoop. We're here with Lani Crooks, the janitor of Chocolate Sundae.
Hey.
Do you like that intro?
I do.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Why do you like it?
Because I like that title.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, the janitor of Chocolate Sundaes, and we have the amazing, the very talented Samantha with us here today. Thank you for joining.
I'll see myself out.
And as always, we always are joined by a comedian that we love, that we follow, and we support, Jordan Conley.
Hey!
The amazing Jordan Conley.
Jordan is blowing up very quickly.
the freak up.
Yes.
You see what I did?
No, you can say it if you want.
I can say what?
This will be
What
the
can I say?
episode, like, when YouTube says, is this made for kids? You can low-key put yes. If you want to on this episode specifically.
Amazing.
But
Well, we're very proud of you, man.
Thank you.
I just want to say that just at the top of the episode, like, we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Your growth.
Man.
We
It's just-
are proud of you. Say we
Very
proud of
quickly.
you.
Jordan, how old are you?
29. I don't care. I'm 29.
That's very young for, like, this trajectory.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, this year alone has been insane. So I did Under Wraps 2, right? I found that out.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, found out Under Wraps 2 on Disney Plus. I don't know what camera to look at. A, B.
Let's go with the main cam.
That's the main cam.
The main cam.
The one with
this
the dot.
is your cam right here.
That's my camera. So
Yeah.
what's this? That's for you.
That's for me.
I've
That's
been
my
looking at this one the whole time. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so I did Under Wraps 2, right? Found all of this out last year. So in December, in October, did an audition for Under Wraps, right? Really exciting. And then literally a week after that, I got hit up about AGT, and it was like, hey, we're
America's
trying to...
Got Talent.
Yeah, for those at
yeah.
home that don't know what AGT is, that he tried to just slip that in.
Has-
Who
Okay.
found you through
Chocolate Sundaes.
his clip on the Chocolate Sundaes
Chocolate
YouTube?
Sundaes clip. Which they found me like 3 years ago. Or not 3 years ago. I think that clip has been up for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I've been asked by AGT 2 or 3 years in a row. And it's different producers. They each all saw the Chocolate Sundaes clip. So that's how viral it was. Each year, and this is literally a year after it's been up, and then another year after it's been up, a new producer goes, hey, great clip. Great clip. I'm like, wow, I can't believe.
Where's
They don't
this guy
have
been?
They don't have a database of
Right.
people they reach out to.
You would think they do, because it's the same producer. Like when I went there, I saw one producer, and he was like, "Oh, Jordan." I'm like, "Bro, this is the same clip you pitched." So like, I don't think you can pitch. But like, so found that was like a week in between each other. Then December comes, right? 1 week in December, manager hits me up, and this is after Under Wraps. I didn't necessarily care about America's Got Talent because I was like, yo, this is a whole Disney movie. I'm big Disney energy, okay? I'm out here stepping into the magic. Made for kids.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Disney's 60th anniversary. Okay. So I'm like, yo, waiting for the movie, right? Manager calls me and he goes, Jordan, guess what? And I'm like, AGT. And I'm like, okay, that's still great news. We haven't booked anything ever. So this is great news. The week after, never forget, we were watching Matrix Resurrections.
I just watched that this morning.
One of the best Matrix movies I've ever seen.
Great.
So he calls me while we're watching the movie and he goes, hey, can I call you? I want to talk about like AGT, the next sets you got coming up. Let's figure it out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to FaceTime you. And I go, cool. And he goes, you got the movie. And then he took a picture of it. So I actually legit have the photo of the face I made while watching. Yeah. So then that, and then today on the way over here, I don't know when this is getting posted, but
We'll embargo it. We'll embargo it.
Post dated back. Does it matter if I say the date when we do that? No, you good. Post dated back to October 12th. And this day, on the way over here, found out I booked third thing that I can't talk about. And that's filming
But it's
next
big.
month. It's big.
It's big.
It's big.
It's big.
And that
So
film's
big.
next month. So like this year has been
He gonna be on. He TV. You gonna be on TV.
Yeah. Started the
great.
year filmed in January through March, Under Wraps. Then AGT in April, and then live shows in July, and then Under Wraps comes out now. And then the next thing, I don't know when that's coming out. But yeah, this year has been like, it's like a true blessing. Like to see how things are going, especially when you like put in a lot of work and you're like, yo, this year's going to be my year. Yo, never called spot backsies. So this year's actually going to be my year. You know, it's so crazy. My fingers were crossed randomly. This year's going to be my year. And then, yeah, now we finally got it. And now it still doesn't even feel like it's my year. It just feels like, I don't know. You know when they say your heart is full? My heart has been full since January.
Oh,
so yeah, it's been overflowed at this point. Yeah, can we Photoshop tears? Can we put tears in for this? Thank you. I'm talking about it.
And you got married this year. Was it this year?
No, this is 2-year anniversary. Yeah.
Oh, really?
We got married.
During COVID.
Yeah, because October 5th was 2-year anniversary. So that's probably because we most recently, I was like, yeah, anniversary. But yeah, we got married literally lockdown 2020.
Yeah.
Cheaper.
Wow.
A lot cheaper. I would say everyone
Highly
should.
You'd recommend it?
So cheap. You know what? We wore shirts. The camera only sees
it was
this
Zoom.
much. Yeah, we look like a couple up top, Tarzan and Jane from the waist down.
So does she want to do another one in real life?
No, we both don't. Like, if anything, all we want to do is a reception, and then we'll do not a wedding, but like renew vows. Probably, I don't know, maybe 5. And that's even early because I feel like you do that like 10 or 20.
When do you,
But like because we never had a proper like people around
Gotcha.
wedding, that's why we might do like year 5. Hey, renew. Not even renew.
Usually later. How long were you guys dating before you got married?
That's a funny story. So it's in total we were dating, I'd say a year and a half. But
was it an open relationship or like a committed?
No. The only reason why it's funny is because we dated for a few months, broke up, and we got back together months later, and then so
you got it.
all together, we dated. All together,
it's a hard word, brother. It's a hard word.
Yeah, we dated for about a year and a half before marriage, but it was one of those things where it's like for me. So I've been trying to date a lot. I'm a huge romantic. Like I'm giving love naturally. Like you know how the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes? When mine grew 3 sizes, it was a size 12 because I was already at a
4.
9.
What is the base?
No, 3
Heart
sizes.
size?
4 times 3,
I'm
12?
gonna stop using big things. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
I guess
bigger
Are you
and
multiplying or adding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 size, 2 size, 3 size would get you to 12.
so when
Mathematics.
so like I'm gonna go back to the level I know, which is smaller words.
It just grew bigger.
Yeah, my bigger was already when the Grinch's was 3 sizes. Mine was already 3 sizes. You know when a joke bombs, but you're trying to like explain
You
it.
keep trying to
you
explain
keep
it.
trying to go.
You bomb more.
Because the chicken has legs. That's why when he crossed the road. Now this is a brand new paved road, so you just don't get it. So
What's so crazy is none of us, I remember him telling us on this, and we were doing deep in the virtual shows at this time, and Jordan was like, I got married, and we all look at each other like he's joking because we didn't even know you were dating.
That's kinda
and
sad.
I'm only going to say this because you joke about it. We weren't sure if you were straight, gay, like, so.
I'm very
when
comfortable
you say you got
with
married,
me.
we're like, a woman?
Very comfortable with me. So no, that's the thing. So like that's why it's kind of an odd thing because one, when you look at my social media, all the way through my social media, you will find pockets of Leslie. You'll find pockets of her, but we both have an understanding. She's not a big person like who wants to be on social media, and also me and her are very much in an understanding where she's like, hey, our business is our business. Yeah. So it's not me going, like if you were to come up to me.
Protect your peace.
Yeah. If you were to come up to me and be like, yo, we trying to go out and party, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I can go. Yeah, sure. Whatever, cool. Oh, this is my homegirl. What's up? How you doing? Yeah. Oh, you like her? No, I'm in a relationship. Oh, I never knew you were in a relationship. Yeah, because I mean, it's not needed to say anything. If there was a proper moment to say it, then I'd say it. But I don't just flaunt it because, like, low key, what if it ends? And also, number 2, when you tell people that you're in a relationship, this is the number 1 thing why I don't do it. Because too many people get in your business and they try to dictate what your relationship should be. Oh, Jordan, you got to stop watching Disney now. You can kiss my butt. I am going to Toy Story 3.
That was the draw the line.
I will see Toy Story 3 by myself.
Question: can we see the hat
point-
though? What's the hat? There it is.
I went by myself. Toy Story 3. Was I crying? No. Held it in. It was tough.
But why by yourself? Because she's a Disney fan.
No. We weren't together during Toy Story 3. Toy Story 4 we saw together.
Question is, I do. Do you see your life in Disney movies?
No, I don't. I haven't thought about that. That'd be hilarious. I think if I was to track my life Disney movie wise, shoot, I feel like Oliver and Company. I'm the dog. Why should I worry? Like that's me. I'm just cruising through life. You're like, man, he is cool, but he's broke. That's why I'm the dog. You see, so.
Have y'all seen Oliver and Company?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's just
I like the impression.
This is a Disney-sized
The impression
table.
was funny.
And I have a child, and I have no idea
My
what you guys are
favorite
talking
thing about doing chocolate sundaes, right? I'll do a set. This is me telling you. They know, they see it. But whenever I do the show, right, I'll throw in some nerdy whatever, right? Show's over, people walk by. Hey, great. Hey, loved your set. Hey, great, good set. Then there'll be this one thugged out dude just walking up. Hey, bro, you ain't the only nerd out here. My guy. That's what I live for. Those 5 people that go, hey, honestly, we watched Raya in the last track, and we get it. And I'm like, thank you. I know I can't win everybody. I know I'm not going to win everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yo, what you said about the sex jokes, that was hilarious. Jordan, hey, man, I'm sure you're going to do great.
I'm like, I am. See those 2 in the back behind you with the Despicable Me shirts? They're going to talk to me. Don't worry. I'm starting to understand my lane. Because when I first started comedy, I didn't do that because I was nervous to be myself. So when I first started, I was the Def Comedy Jam comedian. I was, yo, you know black people in movie theaters be loud.
Women be talking.
Yeah, but then after the set, they'll be like, Jordan, yo, man, I like the set. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. I got to get home. I got to go watch the new Buzz Lightyear show that's coming out. They're like, why don't you talk about this on stage? Oh, they won't accept that. Are you kidding me? I got to be different. And then I finally did it. And
I was going to ask you about that because for me, it's hard to believe you were ever not yourself like that because you're so comfortable now. I didn't know. I never knew. I thought you came out the gates
What
just
did it
like
take?
Disney, Team Disney.
Well, actually, it took a lot. So what happened is growing up, I didn't properly become a real full-fledged nerd until college. And like I was always a nerdy. Like I grew up watching all Disney. Yo, I was there all 3 High School Musicals opening night at home watching it. Showed up to the theater, High School Musical 3. Why? Because we're all in this together. So I was always nervous to like be that because I'm a big romantic person. Again, going back to that, I always wanted to like if I saw a girl, if I saw her, and she spoke to me, already had her life planned out. I was that guy. Okay, so she saw me. She smiled a little bit. That means the next time we see her, I'm going to tell a joke. And she's going to be like, you know what's funny? You're kind of interesting. I think we should go out. And I was going to be like, cool. Then we're going to date for a little bit. She's going to be my mom. It's going to be rough. But then we're going to come back. It's going to be better. We're going to get married. Every girl I ever tried to talk to, always, I was that person. I was like, yo, it's going to be great. But my friends who were girls, they knew my actual life. And they were like trying to discourage, like, I mean, you got to listen. No, just go out there, be cool. Just no. What do you wear? Well, you got to wear this and this. Put on a nice shirt.
They were trying to change you.
Yeah. So like it made me nervous. And then legit in college, I moved to Georgia, went to Kennesaw State. Right. I worked at Best Buy. Like in between, met grown men over 30 years old that were legit like, hey, bro, you see Dark Knight in theaters? Yo, I saw it 12 times. Yo, come to my room. Let me show you the posters I got. And I was like, y'all are grown men that are confident and don't care. Keep in mind,
You didn't
they
think
were
that
all
was suspicious at
no.
all?
Oh, wait, no. There's an outlier.
They
There's an
invited
outlier.
you to
No. Hear me out. Wait, no.
Get the camera.
Did you dance?
Get the camera.
Did I dance?
Go get the camera.
Let me explain.
Come watch a movie at my house.
Let me.
I'm glad you made it out. Truly.
Wait, hold on. There's an asterisk. It's not so much. It's not so much.
All right, we're fucking up his joke, guys. Come on. Fuck.
It's not even a joke. This is just a real story. This is very true. So it's not so much that they were grown men who were nerds. They were all married. Had like some of them had families. Some of them were new in marriage. And I was just like, oh, if you're confident in yourself, you gonna find a baddie, but you gotta don't just talk because not all of them are nerds. You gotta find the right one. So I'm just like, yo, I could be me, and if I'm confident with me, I'll have better chances. Sure enough, once I became confident, that was the first time I properly went on a date, because it was just like I presented my whole self. Sure enough, the girl I thought I wanted, that didn't work out at all. Got this other girl, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And I was like, yo, this girl is the dopest girl. And then that's how it went. And then, so like, once I became more confident, it was me realizing I'm going to be so much better. College, grown men, married. No, you don't have to be married. This is me talking to the audience at home. If you ain't married and you in your 40s, just... it's okay, but don't talk to they won't be your friends. They're gonna think you're a murderer. I don't, but we are gonna hang out in a group.
Okay,
I can't hang out with you by yourself. It's gonna be a group setting because now you scared me. It's in my mind now. But yeah, so comedy was the same thing. I started off in comedy and it was like, oh, I gotta be cool. I gotta do what everyone else is doing, because there was, technically speaking, no comedians I can look up to that were like me.
In your lane.
Yeah, there's like the number one comedian I looked up to was Sinbad. He's like me only in the sense that he's family friendly. It's the only thing.
Let me tell you about The First Kid.
One of the best movies.
Tell you.
Have you seen The First Kid?
Sinbad.
Lani hasn't seen anything.
The security.
You guys know this about me.
Lani.
I've seen nothing.
Lani has only seen Tupac's movies. She's seen all the Fridays. She watches nothing but
Not even that.
Not even.
Lani's
I've
nothing.
seen nothing.
Nothing.
I live under a rock.
Damn.
Wait, what do you do in your spare time?
Red flag.
I have none.
She tried to make me feel.
flag.
Hey, she tried to sports shame me earlier.
I watch sports. I watch football.
So you
I do
haven't
watch
seen
that.
any of the good classics.
You know, I
Six Man?
watched
Six Man?
Boomerang.
You remember
finally,
6 Man?
Wait,
Yes.
whoa, finally? You
Because
just
Pookey got mad and hung up the phone on me when I
As
told
he
him I
should.
hadn't watched
Thank you,
it.
Pookey.
So I watched
Yeah, understood.
Boomerang.
What'd you think? Did
Yeah,
you
I
like
was
it?
gonna say, what did you think?
You know.
You know what? No,
Will I
we
get
can't get down
canceled?
on there because it's been so long. Like,
Yeah,
the movie's
that's
been
what I
out,
was gonna
so it's like
say.
if it's your first time watching it now, you can appreciate it. But there's
But it
some
won't be
people,
the same
there's some people that can't look at it through the lens of going back in time.
Yeah.
Like right now, and I'm gonna say this. Let's not bring it back to who I am as a person. If you wanted to watch Hocus Pocus now, there's no telling that you would appreciate it the same way if you saw it.
One or two.
Huh?
One.
Like one.
One.
If you were to watch one right now.
I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who, because I just watched number 2, and someone said they just watched the first one and they didn't like it that much. And I was like, because you just watched it, it's not the same.
Movie came out in 1993, one of the best years. Why? I was born.
Was Hocus Pocus a Disney original, or
Yes.
was it a?
It was
a Disney original, right?
It was a Disney original with a different type of like. It's not like it became a revered Disney original after
But
it
it-
popped off.
yeah.
But when it first came out, that movie flopped.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was not out the gate. It, Yeah, it was much later.
You know what I did
But-
just watch recently though that that was really
About
good.
to say Boys in the Hood.
No.
She about to switch the whole conversation.
No, the Best Man, the holiday one. I was very impressed.
That one is so
Wait.
sad,
That was good.
though.
Have you not seen the first one? You just skipping.
Jordan.
Lani gonna show up. I just watched Rush Hour 3. Wow. Can I tell you? People talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
Talk about Rush Hour 1. Oh, I gotta watch that.
You know, and they're like, I get too emotional. I cry a lot, which people
And I was
find
gonna
very
say,
surprising. I
Best
cry in
Man
every
Holiday,
movie.
It's so
The
sad.
saddest movie. No, I was like
a really sad
ugly
movie.
crying throughout the whole movie. It was-
I was
Opening
kinda
credits.
Mad. I didn't
No.
want. I didn't want it to be.
Six
Yeah.
Oh.
6 Man made me cry.
Really?
I watched that like a couple days
I haven't
ago,
seen it
and I was
recently,
sitting there, and
so
I
I can't
remember it being like one of my favorite movies. And then when his brother passed away, I was just like, oh man, and just weeping. It's crazy.
I don't.
Which Pixar movie made you cry? Which Pixar movie got you?
Oh, which Pixar movie got
Yeah.
me? Yo, you know which one got me on most recently? But I try to act like I don't, because I rarely cry. Yeah. It seems like I would be the type of person, but I'm
No
more
offense.
so kind of. No, I don't take offense to it, because again, I'm comfortable with me. It's giving comfortability.
I love it.
So no, I don't know what it is. It's something about me when it comes to tears. I just don't cry often. I'm very much if I'm feeling something, it's gonna be over in the morning. Sleep takes it all out of me.
I say sleep is my Etch-a-Sketch, which is
Yes.
Okay, but when you're watching a movie, you're not going to sleep. Like, why aren't you?
It's just like, I'll be sitting there, but the funny thing is sometimes I'll fight it. And this is the movie. It was, oh my gosh, why did I just forget the name of the movie?
Describe it. What's the premise?
Fairies, the two boys. It's Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
That one,
Why am I blanking on the name of this
movie? They're blue.
Yes.
And
I should know the name of this movie.
Is it Outsiders?
No.
Beyond the
I have no idea.
Beyond the Journey.
No, you're thinking. I think you're about to say Inside Out, but it's not that.
Inside
movie.
Out was
good,
that was the one that got
doing
me.
it.
Wait.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna just find it.
To know.
Oh, Journey.
No,
Damn.
What are you guys talking?
no, it's a.
No idea.
It's a. it's that one.
got
It's
it.
that one.
Journey.
You're
You're.
in the right.
oh,
you're
Yeah,
in the
you
right.
got one more
Voyage.
guess, and I'm gonna tell you. One more guess.
You're close. Getting warmer.
What is it?
Onward. You were like literally in the ballpark. So yeah, essentially that movie. And I never cry on the most obvious parts. I cry when it's like, it's kind of like, like when a comedian tells a joke and you're laughing and then they just keep tagging it up and now you're just like, okay, this tag got me. That's how I am in movies. So Onward, it's the scene where, full spoiler, because I know you were about to watch it tomorrow. So it's the part where like the whole movie they've been trying to find a spell
To bring back
their dad for one day. It was a 1 day spell. And the kid, the youngest one never got to properly have moments with his dad. He died while he was still like
Rich is
basically a
about to
baby.
cry now.
It's crumbling before.
In the movie, literally, like they finally do the spell, but they're fighting a big dragon,
Oh,
right?
so
The
sad.
young kid who the whole time all he wanted to do was see his dad. The oldest one, he had seen his dad. He had memories with his dad,
The
right?
oldest one had been.
The most protective of the youngest. Like, so the youngest, what happens is it starts with the youngest gets real mad at the oldest because the oldest one messed up his chance to see his dad. He's like, I'm never gonna get to see my dad again. And that's all I wanted was to have my dad.
And you're a bumbling fool.
Yeah.
And you're idiotic.
Going off on
And
him.
he makes the big brother feel like trash. Like
Pure trash.
Why are you in my life?
I watched you censor yourself. That's hilarious. Trash. I did the start at the beginning, but then find his way to the end. Trash. You almost said chartreuse. Basically, the kid's away, and while he's away, he has a thought, and he goes, and he just starts having flashbacks to his life and how he had a checklist of things he wanted to do with his dad. He has flashbacks in his life, and he realizes he did all these activities, but with his older brother. And then he's getting emotional. He goes back to find the older brother. Sure enough, big fight scene, like a dragon within the spell. So while this is all happening, dad is back to life. The dragon is destroyed, and the dragon was made of rocks. Like, it's a whole thing. That's too much to explain. Basically, the rocks before the rocks enclose the youngest one, the youngest one tells the oldest one, you can go meet dad. I am satisfied, right? And then like while the oldest one's meeting the dad, the young one is trapped. So he can't actually see his dad. He can't see him at all. Like that little bit of time he had to see him, he can't see him. And the next thing you know, the oldest one comes back and he goes, hey, dad told me to give you this. And he gave him a hug. And when I tell you, I was like, I fought that one hard. It was watching him hug. Like, he hugged the kid on the movie, and somehow I felt his hug. I was like, whoa, he's hugging me right now. And I have my dad. I called my dad after the movie. Hey, I just checking on you, just letting you know I would make the wish too. Like, what you talking about? Just watch
I need to
Onward.
watch it now. You sold me.
Great. It's a great
Okay, so
movie.
why do you fight the cry?
I don't know. I don't really know
You're
what
so
it is.
comfortable being yourself. Why
I
are you
am,
fighting?
but it's like I don't. You know what it is? It's probably something. If I talk to a therapist, they'd be like, you know what it is? It's the
You got 3
Deep-seated-
therapists at the table right now. We could work this out, man. This is what this Sunday Scoop is about.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Let's unpack this right here.
Tell me about your childhood.
Well, when I was a child. No, I can't. I cannot tell you. I can tell you the first movie I ever cried on. Legit, the first 2 movies I ever cried on in life. Random movies. So, The Temptations. The Temptations have a like the American Dream, the Michael Jackson thing. The Temptations, not that part, but yeah, literally.
Wait, was it when Blue died? 'Cause
Yep, that's what it was. I'm watching The Temptations by myself. I don't even remember this. My dad told me the story because I don't remember most of my childhood. That could be part of a thing. So my dad told me, "You remember when you cried on Temptations?" I'm like, "Nah." He goes, "Yeah, you were just watching it by yourself. Next thing you came upstairs and you said, 'Dad, Blue died.
That is.
So that's the first time I cried. Second time I cried.
I wish I knew what you guys were talking about.
But you know the Temptations, the group. My Girl. That,
Yes,
yeah. So
yes.
just that movie, it's just the
movie
life
about-
story.
I know. I know the premise.
The sweetest person of the whole group, like literally,
Does.
I would argue the glue that kept the group together, who's like the voice of reason on both sides.
And the way you
He
just
died.
see him, it's and his little
Oh,
deep voice.
And then Smokey Robinson sung. The scene starts, and this is what makes me cry, is the scene starts, and you just see, I'm really gonna miss you. I miss you, my buddy. And you just sitting there.
That song. I forgot about the song.
It just like,
Yeah.
it Viola Davis one teardrops
Yeah.
on you, and you don't even realize it.
You, my
just,
friend, yeah.
I
Yeah,
miss
he did
you,
his
my
little-
friend.
Can you sing?
In the
A little bit.
wheelchair.
I
can definitely
this is
tell
how it
that.
is.
that.
I can sing when it's in the confines of a joke. If you make me sing for real,
On the
all
spot.
them notes are gone.
Yeah.
All them notes are gone. I'll sing during a joke, and I'll be like, "Yo, you can really blow. You should drop an album." No, that's how you get to being the hottest comedian of all time, and then you drop Party all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Eddie Murphy can hella sing when he's joking. I think when he's not joking and he tries to sing, you just like,
It took me a long time to realize that Party All the Time was Eddie Murphy.
low key, the Party all the time is a bop.
It took me
a bop, though.
it was
Low
many
key.
years
I don't
before I knew
understand it. Why you wanna hurt me? I'm like, bro.
that. Lonnie, do you know this song?
The answer's always no to anything you guys ask about.
What do you know, Lani?
Movies
Comedy.
or songs? Yeah.
I know what I see.
Okay, what's the second movie that made
Oh,
you
second
cry?
movie. Game of Death, Bruce Lee.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's literally and the only reason why it made me cry, and this one I actually remember. The only reason why it made me cry is because I'm a big kung fu fan. I love all kung fu movies because my dad and my granddad, they were big. Like back in the day when the kung fu masters would take the beard, wipe it, shove it over to the side, the crane, lizard, toad, those styles. So I grew up on that, and Bruce Lee was like one of my favorites, right? I watched Game of Death, and I'm watching the movie, and then the movie ends, and it was me realizing, yo, Bruce Lee died? Made me cry. Mind you, he had been dead up until that point, but it didn't matter to me. I've been watching his movies.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, I
but
see.
he
Yeah.
he had died like a few, because he died young, but he had died
Oh,
like
it
a
wasn't
few.
even like in the movie. You just had the realization.
Yeah,
that
because at the end of the
the
movie,
actor Bruce.
Yeah.
Lee
well, because
and-
you know when someone dies before a movie comes out, they didn't have time to properly pay homage the right way. In that movie, Bruce Lee is in there doing all the fighting scenes. They have another actor actually acting it because he filmed, if I'm correct, I could be paraphrasing, but he filmed all the fighting scenes first. They were going to go back, like get the action out of the way, then go back and do the acting. He had passed away before the movie was complete. They got another actor to like actually do the rest of the movie. And it was just like at the end of the movie, what gets you is they're paying homage. They're showing all the scenes from his other movies and
It's like
pictures.
the end of Fast
That's
and
what-
Furious.
Yeah. So that's how they got me in that movie. Those are two movies I'll tell you I cried on.
What movie has made you cry the hardest? Both of you guys.
Temptations and Bruce Lee.
Hardest.
They're only two movies.
Those are the only two movies that really made me cry hard. Woman King almost got me. That's the most recent one
haven't seen it yet.
that almost got. You're not black.
I gotta go see it.
I almost.
I know that.
Have you not seen?
Take my card too. 'Cause I haven't seen it either.
I'm
I'm
not
waiting
even
for
gonna ask.
Wakanda forever.
Whoa! You cannot just jump
November 11th.
Woman King.
November 11th.
You can't just
November
why ain't
11th.
Why ain't you gonna watch Woman
Yeah,
King?
why?
No, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You said you were waiting.
Is it the woman?
Doesn't appeal to a
superhero?
man.
Yeah.
it's just like
Come on, girls. Let's finish this podcast ourselves.
I feel like what is it? It's like an 18th century documentary about.
No, it's not a documentary. It's not a
Or
documentary.
not a documentary,
It's
but
one
like
of those
it's
based
like a real
on-
movie though. Like it's based off of real
Yeah.
history.
But like-
I've never liked like those type of movies. Just like historical.
Are you saying you don't like women in power?
What? How do we make that leap?
Watch. Hey, let's ask him in 3 months from now when he goes sees Man King. Yo, y'all see Man King? Yo,
That's exactly what I'm-
It's
that's
like a
exactly what I'm saying.
documentary
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, exposed.
That's what I thought.
You got
That
me.
Best Man movie I just watched has made
Holiday.
me cry
Best
the
Man
hardest.
Holiday. I'm trying
You
to
know
think.
what's a good second is Armageddon, the scene where
What movie? How are you watching these movies? These are the most random.
They're very random, Lani.
I'll say The Notebook makes me cry every time.
I've
no
never seen
matter
The Notebook.
what.
That's fair.
And it makes
It's
me
a great
cry
movie. I've
pretty
seen The Notebook.
hard.
It's wonderful.
Also, A Walk to Remember, early Mandy
Oh,
Moore.
Mandy Moore early days.
Yeah, that one took me. I
You've
was
seen those
young,
too?
so I wasn't ready for.
Okay, you said it with. She said
Yeah,
it like
you
she
The
did.
Fault Beneath Our Stars. That one made me
That
cry
one
a
is.
lot.
Yeah, I read that book too. That
A
book
Fault
made
in Our
me-
Stars.
Yeah,
The Fault in Our Stars. Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Couldn't
I
let
know
that
these
go.
things.
Couldn't let that go, huh?
Yeah.
I know these things. I love rom-coms too, man. I love
that
romantic.
book made me cry in public on a bus. Yeah, I was on a bus going from San Francisco to Oakland. I was living up there, and I was reading it and crying.
That's actually one thing that throws me off when people can read something and then actually like I watch people read and when I see this I'm like, you're insane. There's no way you just read words. Like I can understand if you're texting because you hear it in the person you're texting thing. What happened? Oh my God, Legolas just oh my goodness. The dwarves were coming and Legolas shot the arrow and it hit you had to read it. It's so weird.
I do laugh when I read. I feel like one of the books we just read, I laughed at, or I was
Like
tripping
out
on.
loud?
Yes, like on more than one occasion.
Looking at a meme and laughing, I get.
Makes sense.
Reading, yeah.
You're at a
but
library.
Yeah. no.
Yeah, it was. We are not like them. There were funny parts in there.
You're in.
I knew he would. Oh, this book. When they do that, oh my God, this book. Oh, it's really getting me. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Listen here, JK. Like, what? What the heck? They were talking to you specifically.
So, if your wife asked you for an open relationship, what would you do?
Why? That was
I couldn't do that.
segue.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
What do you mean?
I can't do it for two reasons.
Okay.
Number one, this goes back to just me trying to date in general. I don't know how to like sleep around. If I don't have a if I don't have a heart-to-heart connection with you, can't do it. How do I know? I've tried. Oh, it failed.
You tried to hoe?
Tried.
Yeah.
Tried.
Tried to be
failed. Literally failed. Like, I mean, I left there because I couldn't show up there, if that makes sense. What's happening? Found out me and him both didn't have a connection with her. He was like, brother, I just told you, I don't feel her like that. What's her heart saying? So, yeah. So
Attempted
I can't do
hoe.
that for that sense. And number two, I'm so dedicated to my wife, I can't. And then number two, the thought of her with someone else scares me. Okay? Because number one, I don't want her to come back home. And then she's like, I don't know, it's just not working for me now. And I go, whoa.
Not the shoulder
I know,
adjustment.
Yeah, I just don't.
Just got a little good stretching.
Yeah,
Now
that's
it's
what you're
different.
doing? Yeah, but that always worked. Wait, what were you doing since I was gone?
Suggest new stuff?
We have to break up at that point. I can't. Like, it's over. Because now I'm thinking about Charlie. Because I'm like, hey, Charlie, listen, what did you do? Like, what do you have? First of all, I couldn't. There's
Team
no way.
monogamy. Let's go, Jordan.
Boom.
And
We're
there
the
ain't
minority
nothing.
these days.
Why did I get a
both-
high five?
And you don't know what you're doing. You said you don't know.
You said you don't know? You got.
You're not the
You're
minority.
a man of God, Richard.
Richard.
Sorry, God. Trying, God.
I mean,
Hey, do what makes you happy.
yeah, do what makes you happy for
Yeah.
sure.
And if you
but
want to
like,
get married to someone who's getting dicked down by somebody else, and that's going to be
That
okay
hand-
with
that
you.
hand motion.
Is that all you hear when she says
That's
she's
all I
in
heard during the
a
last
That's
year.
a-
were you here when she was talking about her situation?
no.
Oh.
Oh, you weren't?
I thought you were here already.
No, but also keep in mind.
That's why I segued to that
No,
question.
but here's the thing. When you guys were in your conversation, I don't know if you know this, with BT, I walked over to get a
couple cookies.
Several. And got my food, and I went outside to eat it. So I know I know what the conversation was around, but I missed out on some parts.
I noticed you dropped a cookie. Did you pick the cookie up that you dropped?
What was the question you asked? The next question? I did. I kissed it. I
He's
kissed it
not
up.
wasteful.
Got it.
Yeah, it was 3 seconds.
I was saying, were you familiar with the way that she does relationships?
No, I'm very intrigued.
Oh.
Okay, the way that I do the current relationship that I'm in an open relationship.
Okay, all right.
And so yes, we within the purview of a few agreements, we
Big
are
words.
allowed to.
I don't even know what this
I'm a
person.
lawyer.
Nice.
Yeah, we're allowed to do what we'd like to do.
Here's a question. This is just because now I'm intrigued. Because again, my thought process of this, you guys are like Like, it doesn't bother when you guys come back together? Like, that, it still feels the same? Or is, you know what I mean?
What you mean? Like, is it stretched out? What you talking about?
No, not stretch.
What you
It's
last? I think-
low key. What if, like, because for me, I can proudly say my best has been my wife, which is fantastic. But like, what if low key the open person, that's the dude? We talking, that's pipe down Mac.
Everybody asks that question, and it's like, that would be great, but I still would not be worried about leaving my boyfriend because he offers me a whole bunch of other shit. And so it would be like, now I get to have literally my cake and eat the big dick cake too.
She can completely separate sex from everything else.
Yeah, so just because it's like I'm getting piped down McGee over here, it's like that doesn't mean that he is giving me the other things that I need.
Jordan's face.
Yeah, I'm trying to process this. She's like, man, you gave me but you don't massage my back. You don't order the food I want.
Jordan's face
That's
said,
why I'm going back to jail.
Error, not
Jordan,
compute.
I'm telling you, me and Samantha have had these conversations for years, and I am with you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying how we
But
think
that's not,
is
'cause it's not
becoming the minority.
You love your wife more than because of how you guys have sex together. Like, there's more to it than that.
No, I love my wife. The sex is, for me, a sex, like, okay, the way
like
I
a
look at
little
it is,
cherry.
the way I look at it is, there's a lot of important things that come with the relationship. Sex is at the bottom of that list for me, but it's still on the list. So it's still very important.
Yeah.
So it's like legit, that's why you can hear stories of people who are married, hella compatible, but they waited till marriage to have sex. They have sex, and it's like, hey, my dude, real talk, you got 5 more in you. If after these 5, it ain't is what it is, we have to talk about these negotiations of marriage.
Yeah.
So for me, that's just, I don't know. I just can't. Because at a certain point, like let's say Kirkland is your main guy, and like he does all the great things that you love and need, right? And then let's say Purified is the pipe down McGee guy. If pipe down McGee guy is the best, at a certain point you're gonna be like, do you know how to make shrimp pasta Alfredo? I just want to know. Let me just see, because Kirkland be doing that. But if you could do it at a certain point, because you already doing this very well.
Have you been in that situation?
No, because if you think of it like a thing that somebody does for someone, then yes, I feel like I could find a thing that somebody else. If my boyfriend did this thing and then this other man did a thing also, then I would be like, yeah, that's interesting. But it's not about doing a thing. The thing that draws me to my boyfriend's primarily is the way that his brain works and the way that he looks at life and the conversations that we have. So like, that's not something I could be like, can you make your brain do something different and, analyze the world or see the world in a different way? Or can you be super considerate and open to me in a way that's not natural to you? Like, it's not just like making Alfredo pasta.
I'm saying now, my brain now says you're not giving back to the community. You need to date someone who no longer can use his lower half of his body at that point. Don't date some able-bodied person that could be. I'm not judging, but I'm just like, you should take that and love someone's mind who can't use the lower half of their body, and then give the lower half of their body to pipe down. And now you
have one full human.
Why do you love this guy who's in the wheelchair coming up? And then it's like, because his brain is great, but you know what he can't do is that. So that's why I have both of them.
There's not a can't. I'm just saying that the other things that my boyfriend offers to me are not things you can actually teach to somebody. So Purified Dick Down McGee may be able to make shrimp Alfredo the way that I like it, but his worldview isn't necessarily going to vibe with mine.
That's crazy. No, I'm not judging. I'm making it.
Your
it's
face
my brain.
says otherwise.
My face is trying to compute it. My face is trying to compute it. I'm just like.
It's so interesting.
You know what it is? The only reason why my face is making it is because I'm not looking at it from your perspective. I'm hearing everything you're saying and thinking about it from my point of view and me going,
yes.
No.
And that's the conversation that I have with Lani. It's like, because you're thinking about the way that your brain works, and that's okay, and that's why it won't work for you, and that's okay too.
How does it work with kids?
Well, we don't want kids, so.
Oh.
Cut
I
two.
think that's actually the
pipe down McGee made a mistake. And then it's pipe down McGee's kid, and now Kirkland is upset.
Well, we don't allow for mistakes around these parts.
Tune in next week.
No mistake, but I do think
that's a big.
That would complicate.
That would complicate.
That
but you both agreed, like, we don't want kids.
Yeah, we're very.
So it's
square on
easy,
that.
or I'd say it's easier to kind of move just as adults independently without.
Yeah, there are
kids.
people
That's a
in
big-
the world that
yeah,
have
that's huge.
kids and live and operate that way.
Yeah.
I think that's works for them. I just feel like it's an added layer of complication that I would not be interested
I think
in.
that's always what I think about when I hear about that, because like I know I want to have kids, so it's just like I think about how that lifestyle would impact them.
You have dad voice
Yeah.
anyways. You have
You
that.
have to-
Like you have that.
Oh yeah.
But you could find ways around it.
Hey,
You,
what you doing in that room over there?
Exactly.
See, you hear that?
Hey.
Quiet.
You hear that?
Finish your homework now. 9:00.
What is the southern?
Finish
homework, Dad. Go get do that homework. Hey, honey, how you doing? It's like what is this?
But only when you talk to your kids.
Yeah, only.
Rich
That's
as a
what
dad
it
becomes Richmond. He goes from rich to rich. Hey, you. When you talk, yeah, I don't know what that voice was, but yeah.
But if you
came
had
out.
kids,
You know where
could
you can hear
find
that
ways
voice
to
in?
work around it.
Woman King. You can hear that voice a lot in Woman King.
Bring it back. Yeah, you could have like an only when we travel situation, you know. It's
Only
like
travel? Sorry,
exactly.
stupid.
I would sign up for that app. Only when you travel, that's when you fuck around.
Only
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
That's,
And it's like
And
you
other
know,
couples that travel to the same destination that you go to, you guys link up on vacation.
you know the other reason why I
that's an
couldn't do it.
app idea.
I'm
if I've
too
ever
honest.
Heard one.
I'm way too honest. If I was to do it,
That's not-
hey honey,
that's-
just so you know,
That's the crux of it.
what's your name? So Samantha here is going to be the one for the night. Just want to confirm again, because remember, I'm dedicated to you.
Yes.
So, but I am going to partake of this tonight. Okay. All right. Cool. Bye. It's not going to happen. Sorry. She reneged, so I can't, and I don't want to. So yeah, I would be way too honest about it.
Yeah.
No such thing.
No, you would.
You would be
that
honest.
Would be the point.
Yeah.
You are honest.
But you would have agreements ahead of time on how much, like,
Oh,
whether or not you need
sorry.
to ask permission.
You know what's funny? I heard you say that. I just forgot it because I was like, I just
See, but
As
I would say though, I think it might be the lawyer in you that's able to like think about all of these, like if this happens, then this happens. If this happens, then this happens. Like you
It's
have
the
that
lawyer
kind
in
of.
me and me paying for my non-monogamy coach who has seen these
That's
things
what-
before. And
That is actually really
My
funny.
dumb ass.
Like,
My agreements was yeah, I ain't gonna yeah.
It's really
But I
funny
wouldn't have
to
anything.
think of it in the sense of
Yeah.
so like this is what I feel. I feel like I love you for this. Are you okay with an open relationship? Because like yes, I love you so much. Thank you. Okay, sign here, and then sign initial here. Thank you so much. And
like a
then
prenup.
yeah, it's almost because you have to switch. I really
I love you forever. I'm never gonna leave you.
Okay,
Sign
now
here.
really quick, if we can, puts the glasses on. Okay, really quick. Wait, yeah. Okay, this is initial, and then
9 inches and below only.
yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
That's a broad range, though. Right? A lot of folks.
That's hilarious.
But I totally understand. But yeah, if you were worried about the children aspect, you could just narrow the scope a little bit. But yeah, it's not for everyone, you know?
You want kids?
Yes.
Like
I wanted kids since I was 12. What you talking about? Come on, man. I want twins, specifically twins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boy and a girl.
You gotta aim to the right.
Ooh, it could be okay. So here's the thing. It could be boy and a girl, but like low key, I want same sex twins and then opposite sex on the side.
So
like,
you want like 2 boys and a girl.
yeah, or reverse.
girls
but
and a
like
boy.
the thing in general, I know I want this. This is a for sure childhood thing. I always wanted to be a twin. Like I thought I'd be
didn't
the
we all?
coolest twin ever. Cause like I'm so outgoing, and I was like, now mind you, the reality of the situation is, I feel like the other one, 9 times out of 10 is really complete opposite. They're like, yo, you're bugging me out. But every now and again, you'll see ones where they're both like, whatever. But like in my mind, we were both about to be it. We were about to be.
Who are the brothers? The twin brothers that do comedy.
There's a few of them.
No, the black ones.
Oh, those because they talk like this. Yeah, I just can't think. I can't think of their names though.
Does it start with an S? This,
No, because you're thinking
Sklar.
this.
You're thinking
You're
the
thinking
Sklar
this. Yeah,
brothers
you're thinking
who are
them.
not black.
no, that yeah.
I can't think, but they're both really dope. The Lucas brothers. They're really dope.
You got extra points.
They're really
Great job.
dope. They're
Lucas
really
brothers.
dope. But they're
Would that be the business model you'd follow?
no, because they're so chill. Like I'm trying to be the up there excitement person. Like I'm trying to like be the twins where it's like, yo, y'all legit rehearse. Y'all at home rehearsing. Okay, in 5, 6, 7, 8. Why did the chicken cross the road? Wave. You gotta wave into it. Why are you not waving? So we would be that. Like we would be. Hey Jordan, you trying to do chocolate sundaes? The stage isn't big enough for what we're trying to do.
Would you be the alpha twin or the beta twin?
Well, because it's me and them, I'd be the alpha. Like if you're talking about like me and my wife, she's the alpha, and I iron the pants for her. Like I know she wears them. I'd be like, "Do you want the crease today or not?" So
Iron the pants.
I'm a Ada, if that makes sense.
Is
As a
she
person.
a comedian?
No, not at all.
Oh, I always think that she is. But
She's really funny.
Yeah.
But she's more. I word it in the sense of like, I don't think I'm the funniest person at all in my family. I honestly don't think the funniest person in the world is an actual comedian. It's always like when you go to your cookout, any family function, there's always that one uncle, that one aunt that everyone knows when she's there, when he's there, they're there. Yo, they are cracking the whole room up. And then you show up, you try to throw in, I'm a professional comedy thing. They eat you alive.
Yep.
So yeah, for me, that's my granddad's. Actually, I low-key think my brother's funnier than me. He just none of them could do it professionally. So I think that's her. If she wanted to try stand-up, she could. I think she's funny, but it's also like, I don't know if I want that. I don't know if that that life, because then it's like,
Babe, I got Under Wraps 3.
that's funny. They never called me. That's so weird. Wow.
I'm happy for you.
But like, okay, so here's the thing though. This is like the trippiest thing. So it kind of goes back to me wanting a twin. I had always prayed about like, because all my favorite things in the world were always duos. So like my favorite dancers were duos. When it came to actors, I never just looked at the one actor. I looked at that actor and paired him with another actor because they do all these movies together. I always said, I want to be, who's my partner going to be? So everything I did in life, I always had a duo. When I played basketball, me and you, we going to be like Scotty Michael. When I was in theater, me and you, we gonna ride together, blah, blah, blah. And kind of the same thing I thought about in comedy in that sense. But one thing I told Leslie about what I love so much about her, she brought things to me that I didn't know that I actually needed. Because I knew what I wanted was the duo. When I got with her, it was immediately like, babe, I'm trying to film these videos. Well, we could be the couple on this. And she was like, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not something that, like, I'll make a couple, but like, I'm not trying to get into that. And I tell you, being with her really showed me how much I, by myself, just want to be in the spotlight. Because it dawned on me, like, if she was to do it, that's cool. I'd be so happy for her. But then it would be a weird thing for me if it was like, hey, so look at me booking. But like, if we're booking together, be great. But if she's booking and I'm dry, I don't want to have that conversation. Hey, who was the casting director? Can you shoot me their email? Because I don't want that competition. It's not something I've prepared for. It. Like, I always thought I wanted the group thing, but it's like, no, I love the fact that she lets me shine. And it's like, we have that understanding. So I don't. Yeah. If she was, that's
always so interesting to me. Just the different personality types that gravitate towards different professions.
Yes.
Like that blows my mind.
But I always said, because she's an artist, I always said when I get my special, I want her to design all my the actual artwork and stuff behind me.
Yeah, you can definitely compliment each other.
But yeah,
But you need to get.
She said I got Under Wraps 3. Let me call the director real quick, because he told me he was gonna call, but he never. I don't have. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, Jordan, we decided to not go with you. Your wife is amazing. Hey, bro. You mean my ex? Oh, you mean my ex? That's hilarious. That's so funny. You thought it was current. Yeah. I have this great lawyer. She's in an open relationship. She's gonna help me out with this.
Piece it all together.
Yeah. So yeah, that's no. Wow, it's in my brain right now. It's that and big pipe down that's in my brain competing with each other.
Fucking you up.
Yeah,
sorry.
So
my bad. That was not our intention.
You can say it, man. No.
Sorry.
He literally said, you can say
literally,
whatever.
one of my favorite, like one of my best friends in the world, he's a preacher. He cusses so much outside of being because he's a normal person.
Lani was like,
yeah, like my thing is, so here's the thing. When you're holier than thou, it's like this is a whole different conversation. But like, I'm a Christian, right? I low-key also take issues with Christians because I know people that are like, oh, I can't be a Christian because let me tell you, they are the biggest hypocrites. And I just sit there and I go, yeah, I know. Like I went to, like me going to Disneyland, right? I go to Disneyland. What do you see in front of the gates of Disney? Jesus is coming back. and you are sinners. And it's me and my wife are both Christians, and we're out there going, listen, there'll be times I be thinking about
this
is why y'all need to go home. Aren't you a Christian? Yes, but I'm gonna go ride Space Mountain
and enjoy my day
with all my gay friends. Like, I'm like, chill out, bro. So yeah, so in that sense, if me and him are the dopest friends in the world. He cusses so much because he's a regular person.
I think you was talking about you and Jesus for 2 milliseconds. me and him are the best friends in the world.
You would know if me and Jesus were best friends because I wouldn't even say Jesus. You talking about Clyde? Oh my God! Let me tell you, Clyde is no. Jesus was his nickname. They just be calling him that from Nazareth. And his brother was from Cleveland. But no, he cusses because I like down to earth people. If you can be down to earth with me, then I'm cool. But if you're like, yo man, I'm preaching the word of gospel and stuff, and hey, where's your turtleneck? Go home. Yeah. Go home. Okay, I'm gonna show up to church with my sweater and my shorts, maybe cargo shorts. I don't know what I'm feeling today. So,
but where does that stop? What's funny? We talked about pastors before and about them cheating and stuff. You know, right? Okay. Like, do they get any grace for cheating? You would probably say no, right? Like, you shouldn't cheat on your spouse if you're a pastor.
You shouldn't cheat on your spouse, regardless.
Right.
So what happens is when you're put on a pedestal of sorts, people always take things. They judge you differently than how they would judge someone else. Mm-hmm. People, like, for example, people get divorced all the time. You find out in the news, such and such is divorced. And so, are you kidding me? That's all these celebrities be doing. They just be getting in relationships and getting divorced. I'm like, 8 people in your own family that have been divorced, but it's not a big deal. It's just you going, yeah, I knew it wasn't going to work out. All right, either way, what else is on the menu? So it's like when you're on that platform, pastor gets married, you leave the church. It's your pastor. Your pastor cheated on their wife. Mm-hmm. People will leave the church. If your best friend cheated on their spouse, as a friend, you would be like, yo, let me talk to you. Like, let's figure out this and let's get you on a path. But you don't just end that friendship. You try to figure out, okay, so what can we do? You're supposed to bring that same level of stuff to the pastor because people forget that these people are still just regular people. Yeah. Like when I see a celebrity, I understand who they are on a famous platform, but I don't talk to celebrities like they're celebrities. Well, it's different because I'm in the entertainment. I try to talk to them like they're peers because it's like, you see a celebrity, like if I was to see like Kevin Hart right now, it's like, if you go up talking like, yo, comedy, what if he just wants to talk about football? Like he just wants to do normal stuff. So I don't put them on a pedestal. It's like, yeah.
Well, that's what the point I was trying to make, but I got attacked because saying,
wow, I did too. I didn't even let you talk. Wow, I'm sorry. I guess I did too. Okay.
No, but they yelled at me saying pastors should be held to a higher standard because they're leaders in the community and they can't cheat. Rich was saying depending on the number of followers they get certain. Like
technically they should.
That was in my early walk with God. Okay.
Like how much?
Technically they should be held on a higher standard. Obviously, the biggest thing I would say is if you're a pastor and you just cheated and the congregation found out about it, just don't preach about fornication for a minute. Just leave that out. Talk about feeding 5,000 with bread and fish. Leave relationships alone.
It's a classic.
Don't even allude to it. Yeah. Talk about Jesus rising for the next 8 services. And then ease it in. Yeah, and then marriage. Okay, we'll back up.
Wait for it to pass. I love that.
Take a second, breathe. So yeah, you can't talk about that for a minute, for a good minute.
This is random.
It's not because you're reading it.
It's random.
Sorry, your eyes are looking at your phone. This is random.
Super random question.
It's planned.
Do you know how to change a tire by yourself?
I'm assuming the answer is no.
Sweating.
Okay, hear me out.
We're not judging you.
Okay, hear me out.
They are. Everyone watching.
Everyone there in that camera with the red dot.
Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna all to you. You have to get this thing.
Describe it to us. Like, tell us how to change a tire.
Okay, so you put this thing under the car. Find the strongest part. It's a thing. If you saw it, you would know it. Jack. Did I say it after she did?
Yeah, you did.
There's a jack. You want to put it on the strongest part of the car that's underneath it. There's no name for that at all. I've looked it up. And then you lift it up, and then there's
Just underneath it anywhere?
no on the strongest part. Like it's in the middle, so like the belly button. So you put it, you put it there.
I was not aware that cars had belly buttons.
What's the
Until
term?
today.
The technical term is navel.
Yes.
That's yeah. So you then
So put it on the car navel. So
Yeah.
you put the jack on the car navel.
and then or it's this. Or you find a mom who just got in an accident and her child is captive. She can lift the car up. and then, depending on your car, you either have the or you have the manual thing. And you want to get the nuts and bolts off. And then you take you take off the cover.
The cover, the tire
You
cover.
take off the one thing. It's normally metal or like silver, and you take
could've
that
just
off.
Said no.
Then you remove it. No, then you remove the tire.
Good. I feel like I got the
Then,
visuals.
yeah. Then you grab the spare tire, normally in a secret compartment, and you put that on, and then you or you manual, and then you. That's the letting the air out of the jack thing. It goes down, and then you can only drive your car for so long before you need to get a new tire. That's low key exactly
Unless
how you
have a
do
full
it.
Spare.
You
Thank
nailed
you.
it. You
That's
nailed it.
actually
Except
how.
for like where your jack placement wasn't really.
No, but
totally
don't you put
right.
it on the strongest? There's like a strong because
It's like
if-
right in front of the tire or behind the tire. Whichever tire is flat, you want to put it like right
right
at the body
Well,
of
okay,
the chassis
wait.
of the car,
But hear me out.
The belly button would be too far.
far.
No,
in.
but
Yeah.
hear me
Too far
out.
down.
Hear me out. I would still feel to see if that's the strongest part first.
Well, what do you mean?
You would do an integrity check.
Yeah, thank you. So you
Got
lift
it.
it, and then when the car makes a weird sound, you go, "Oh, I guess that's not it."
me scoot it up.
And then you scoot it up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Just
I'm gonna
too
go to
far, So
YouTube.
you'd have to really like do it a lot to get high enough. If you do it closer to the tire, you only have to do a little
You're
bit.
saying it like I honestly don't know, and that's it's giving disrespect. Like, she came in hard. Just, no, so what it is? And I'm like, well, I said it low
I have
key.
another one. I have another
Jeez,
one. I have another
wow,
one.
I didn't know we were being tested out here.
What's your favorite part of the alphabet?
What?
Think about it. You know, you have a favorite part. When you say the alphabet, what's your favorite part of the alphabet?
There's only one right answer.
Elemental P?
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Elemental P.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna be honest. I think
would
my
give it
favorite
to
part is
I like the WXYZ.
nah, low
You don't
key
even
though.
know it. You couldn't even say it.
I was like, wait. WXYZ.
X.
His favorite part is now I know my. It's like no, not the song, the letters.
Elemental P.
Element.
Yeah.
The funnest
If I
ABCD.
actually had to think about it,
EFG. HIJK. HIJK's in second place.
I was gonna say low key. Like it felt like a proper answer, so the
No.
proper answer would be elemental P.
Yes.
For selfish reasons, mine is HIJK because J is
HIJK.
in there.
I would say secondarily would be W, X, Y, and Z. HIJK is, first of all, those letters
I
are
hate that
largely
we're even
irrelevant.
discussing this. I just gotta be honest.
Very on brand for me. I see why he wrote it.
Blame Rich.
These were
He
questions
came with
specifically
this-
curated for Jordan.
But this is the worst part is the
We
fact that
can't-
like he just ran out of things to talk about. The alphabet. Let's
I have a question because you never
Okay.
finished. I want to go back.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
I have one more. I have one
Okay,
more. I
sorry,
have one
go
more.
ahead.
Can
Okay.
you do your best white voice?
Isn't that his voice?
Damn.
I wasn't going to say it, but I thought a similar.
Does he have a black voice?
Okay, wait. Let me amend the question.
Let's hear your black
Wait.
voice.
Can we get your best black voice?
His black voice is his early days
This is-
comedy.
this
and his
is-
white voice is nowadays comedy.
Oh my gosh, guys, what's happening right now? I feel like no matter what I do, it's racist right now. It's either racist against me or
I do concur with
Okay,
that.
so let's do white voice
I will
first.
I will do both. The white voice first.
Action.
This is weird because I do low key have the.
Hello. Name is Jordan Conley. I would like to get some water, perhaps, if you can. Room temperature for sure.
I guess that would be my
I
white
love
voice.
that your
But
whole
it's-
mouth gets into it.
You have to do it. The sad part is it's just me talking like this, but with more diction. That's all it is.
Okay. Now, same script, black voice.
Just talk like him when he's mad.
Hey, no, I think if I did the
This
black,
is very
it
racist.
would be. It would just be how I. Damn, this is right. Doesn't it feel?
How do black people talk? What are you guys saying?
All the comment section is going to be. So is this not a black guest on the show? Like, what is this? I thought he must be Dominican. He plays baseball or something.
The white
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess if I'm gonna go black, so I'm gonna just go like this and just talk it and keep it chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that water for real though. But like, I don't care if it's cold or if it's room temperature talk. I just need it, man. I'm thirsty. I'm dying out here.
This is so racist.
This is very. I feel uncomfortable.
Lonnie's just saying it's racist to cover her bases on the
I said it
internet.
first. I said it first.
Here we are.
I'm sorry to you that you had to watch that.
Okay, can I ask
Yeah,
my
yeah,
question?
yeah,
now?
yes,
Okay.
yes, you can.
So you said that you started out doing Def Jam comedy, blah blah blah, and then you
Using your black voice.
came into your own. Was there like a?
I actually still use this voice.
Was there like a day, a set that you were like, you know what, I'm done being that fake version of
Done with
me.
that black shit.
Yeah.
Can we also, by the way, just
Every
point out?
Sunday after the show, I say that.
Can we?
But she doesn't use the word black.
Can we just take a second to pause? Lani had a real question. And Rich said, whoa, I'm not done with my questions that I wrote down specifically for Jordan.
Jordan Conley coming to the podcast today.
They were the worst questions.
She had a real question.
Watch those questions go up on TikTok. Come on, TikTok, don't fail me.
Oh my gosh. Like, cut her off. They'd be like, whoa, ain't nothing more important than what I researched on this comedian.
The market says.
What is your black?
I'm sorry for interrupting. Wow. Let's just take a deep breath.
So
recenter.
your point. So there's two answers to this. Number one, these are legit. When's the last time you cried? This time. This time. So there's two answers. Number one is I stopped it because people who properly knew me kind of chimed in a nice way and said they were laughing. They laugh more with me off stage, and I should find a way to do that on stage. And I was like, oh. And then the honest to God truth of, I don't know the exact set, but I do know it was when I started talking about, hey, I live near Disneyland. Once that set started, that was the first time that I really heard like, ha ha ha. And it was me going, oh, that's the laugh I've been trying to get the whole time, but I couldn't figure it out. So it's those two things.
Do you remember your first joke?
Low key, okay, so another two answers. Yes and no. I remember the premise of it because the premise is actually legit the same premise I use now. It's just worded different because I understand it more. But number two, the second answer is I still have the footage of that. First set I ever did, brought the whole family out. Stupid. But I brought them all out and someone recorded it. And they posted it on Facebook. I'm not gonna tell you who, because I don't need this footage to get out there. Legit in the set.
We're gonna find it.
I'm gonna say this because this I don't remember. Was it 7 years ago? So this is like 2022, 2015, right? Yeah.
Which is so fascinating to me that you've only been doing stand-up 7 years, man.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. It's crazy.
Thank you.
But continue. Sorry.
I can actually tell you, I think what helped me a lot in that, but I'll tell you after. So, I remember, I'll never forget this because someone low key heckled me, and I tried to. They never heckled me. I wrote in the joke a proper heckle, like I wrote a response in my jokes for a heckler, and one of the jokes was, yeah, man, back in school, this guy called me the N-word. No, not nachos, Enrique. I said that. I said that in the set.
Oh, heavens.
That's how you know it was my first time on stage. That's how you know. That's how you know.
Wait, so did you plan for Enrique to be in the stand? Did you know? Did you have an Enrique plant in the audience?
No, I just in my
You were
mind.
just gonna point at a random Mexican
Right, I was gonna say
in the stands.
his name was gonna be Enrique. like the racism.
Well, I will say, the worst part about this is I did point, but it was just I didn't know where I pointed, so I went, no, not just to someone. It's all on footage. I can show you afterwards. I don't know if I want to give y'all, but
Wait, this is in Orange County?
this is in Santa Ana specifically. Comedy spot called the Gypsy Dentist. Not there anymore. They stopped letting comedians do it because they got But yeah, that was one of the jokes. But my whole set essentially was around the idea of I'm a punk, but I'm not a punk in public. I'm a punk in private. And my one of my first jokes, I don't know if it's exactly the first one. And I said, for example, like if my girlfriend asked me to take the trash out, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take the trash out. And if it's like midnight or whatever. But when I go outside and she can't see me, I'll run to the trash can and then run back. And she'll be like, were you running? And then my punchline is, girl, you know I'm allergic to the dark.
Oh, you was killing.
My punchline.
Oh, man, that's good.
That was my punchline. I don't even know if that makes sense, but that was my punchline.
Like, I see what you were trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
I was there.
It
and
doesn't
then
make sense.
it doesn't make sense. But when I
to the dark.
first of all, you can hear some chuckles. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a couple of like it was my family.
your mom.
No, it was legit my family.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first one. And then, so the funny thing is my first time doing stand-up was at 18. So I should be doing it. This should be what, year 10 almost? Almost. Well, 11. Yes, it should be 11. But after 18, I loved stand-up, but I said, I can't do this without a car because I'm too afraid to take the bus to go to do comedy because comedy shows get out late. And I don't want to have to take a bus at like 1 in the morning.
Because you're allergic to the dark.
There it is.
That was well done. Not nachos. But yeah, so
Amazing.
yeah, so when I got back to comedy at 22, I came in with a new mindset, and I was like, "Yo, we gonna do these same jokes, but like, we gotta def jam this up, and we gonna make this work." I looked at my old set, and I'm like, "This ain't gonna fly now. I gotta." Shoot, y'all think I'm a punk? Like that was all in it, man.
You came in.
Yeah, I don't have those sets recorded. Those were.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first set I did where family came to it when I resurgenced to comedy. It was my aunt. I was in Chicago. We were just there visiting family, and I was like, "Oh, any open mics I can go to? I just been doing this comedy thing." And when family doesn't really know what you're doing, but it's the start of that thing you're doing, they support almost too hard. Like, it was like, hey, is there an open mic I can go to? Well, you shouldn't be going to an open mic. You need to be at the Improv now, Mr. Comedian. Give me the open mic, please.
Yeah.
So, like, they were, like, there. So they were hyped. They're like, oh, we're going to watch our nephew do comedy. Yo, next big thing in comedy. I did a masturbation joke. That afterwards she said, you keep working on it. And I was like, oh, wow. Wow, but yeah, but I was like, nah, you don't get it. It's still in the state. It's still in the early stages. But normally when I be doing it, it'd be rocking. So I was just trying to find some new tags. That was me, because I was in it. I was the gangster of comedy for about a year or two.
What would happen if you got on like Chocolate Sundae stage and you did the Def Jam just for like 2 minutes? Do you think people like as a joke? Have you done that yet?
No, I don't think they would get it though.
Yeah,
like
I think without the context,
it would just be you all laughing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds
like a fun joke to me.
I legit only kept one black people do this joke because for me, it's just funny. And I'm like, yo, you know what? If I'm going to do it and pay homage to my old self, I need one.
Really have to honor
I don't
yourself,
pull it out often ever, but it's essentially just a joke about how black people bowl. That's it. That's the one joke I
How do
like.
they bowl?
Oh, because like, I don't know. When white people bowl, it's like, yes. When we strike, hey! Film it, boom. Let me get on the ground. Roll it. Like, why do we do that? That's the one joke I kept because it's funny to me. That's the one. And even when I set it up, I go, listen, I don't be doing these black people. Just like, we're so done for that. But if I was to do one, like that's the one joke I like.
I love that.
Yeah, I mostly do it in white rooms.
They eat it up. They eat it up.
Then in the room with black people, hey, yo, get on with that. Like I got almost booed, but it's okay.
All right, as we wrap, we always end with one last question. How do you want to be remembered in comedy and just in life in general?
Ooh, can I answer this two ways? Number one, because I told you I was going to.
Enough of the two part.
This is how I do it.
Answers.
This is,
enough of the two
I'm
two
like
answers.
Yoda. You're going to get one or two. You're going to get both.
All right.
So the reason why I'm saying two ways is because I said I was going to go back to something like a minute ago, but I never did. So I think what helped me in the 7 years, I have one of my, he's like an uncle. He did Def Comedy Jam like back in the day, BET Comic View. And he gave me advice when he found out I was first doing stand-up. He was like, hey, all these comics are going to tell you different things when you're in stand-up comedy. This is the blueprint I'm going to tell you. Take 3 minutes. Do that 3 minutes for 30 days straight. I don't care how much time you have on stage. You do that 3 minutes. If you have 5 minutes, fine. Maybe you can try to throw something in there, but don't focus on those extra 2 minutes. Do that 3 minutes. After the 30 days, look at that. Then add on, but branch out from that 3 minutes. So what happened is I built a set, and legit after 2 months, I had I think one of the strongest 5-minute sets out of the. It's not even like a brag thing, but like out of the comics in my circle. I think I had one of the strongest 5-minute sets because I didn't care what everyone else was doing. Everyone else was showing up. Oh, you still working on that? Yeah. Still working on that thing. After 2 months, my uncle put me on a paid show. It was a church show. I didn't know it was a paid show. Like it was his show, a church show. There was 500 people in the audience. He talks to the booker. Booker, he says, hey, Booker said he's going to give you 5 minutes to open the show because he knew I had a strong 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, 2 months in comedy, I was on that church show's paid roster. And he gave me $50 after the show. So after that, I just learned, things, it doesn't have to be what upset or bitter comics say. Bitter comics say it's going to take you at least 20 years to get recognition. Like legit. Like I hear that so much. It's going to take 20 years. I guess I ain't going to tell you what I just booked. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. It's struggling out here. But it's just like, I don't, like whatever your time frame is.
You know them agents, man. You know.
Your time frame is your time frame. I could be, even in 7 years, I can be bitter if I want to. Like Chris D'Elia, right? His first comedy special that's on Netflix. He openly says this is his 8th year doing stand-up comedy. That's not even his first comedy special. That was just his first special on Netflix. I'm 7 years in. I'm nowhere near close to a comedy special on Netflix. I could be bitter if I want to. Taylor Tomlinson, who I think is one of the dopest comedians out there right now.
I would disagree.
Well, but like, there's a difference because he had a proper comedy audience. He was in a theater.
No, I was saying for you. You were saying you don't think you're anywhere near a Netflix special. I'd say I disagree.
In the parameters of like, I booked movies and stuff, they can give me that. But like Chris D'Elia had a dedicated comedy audience. He came out, people knew him as a comedian. And that that was not his first special, technically. And I'm like, Taylor Tomlinson, I think is one of the dopest comics right now. We're around the same age bracket. She's, I think, like a year, maybe 2 years younger than me. She's already done 2 Netflix specials. Yeah. She's working on her 3rd now. I could be bitter if I want to, but you have to understand your journey's your journey. Don't look at everyone else's. When you look at everyone else's, you then mess your journey up. Now you're going to be upset and at home crying because you don't have what so-and-so has.
Like Samantha said, comparison is the
thief of joy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So
dicks and comedy specials. It's all the same.
So that drive of after 2 months of working hard, I did 12 to 15 mics a night, or 12 to 15 mics a week. The first 2 years of me doing stand-up, just 12 to 15. I would work the same set every night. So pretty soon when it got time for me to showcase and stuff, I was doing comedy competitions my 2nd year of comedy, winning comedy competitions. Because I looked at the criteria. You need 10 minutes. Doesn't matter if you do the same set. Dope. I got 10 minutes. I've been working strong for 2 years. That's why I get upset when you have 8 years to finally do first impressions and you don't have 3 minutes. I had 3 minutes. It doesn't take long. You do dedicate your time to doing the material. Too many young comics. Yo, man, I gotta release this material. I've been doing this for at least 6 months. I gotta put it out. I'm like, who's been listening to it? Hey, listen, man, that's just weighing on me. I ain't done this.
I gotta feed the streets.
You know, my audience is getting annoyed of this. Who's coming out to see you? Do your material. material. Like, comics don't care.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did my material hardcore. So by the time, even when I did Chocolate Sundaes, Lani was like, hey, we're going to have you come back and do another spot. And I was like, you're just going to have me do what I know I can do. Because I've been spending so much time on it. But it was perfect in general because it was like it gave me more time to work more stuff out. But I think that's what helped my trajectory more is because I spent more time and dedication to my craft rather than, like, I low-key just gave up my life. Like, it wasn't going out and hanging out. It was like, no, that's why I dropped out of school because I had a mic. And I was like, I can't do this class because I got to go hit this mic. I got to figure these 3 minutes out. So, yeah, that's what I think helped me move faster. The legacy I want to leave on life, and I thought about this. Me and you have talked about this, so I guess the world's going to know now. I'm trying to do the most unprecedented thing that hasn't been done yet in comedy. So one of the legacies I want to leave for sure is I want to be the comic that no matter what age you are, you can communally say, he was the best for everyone. That was the best family. Anyone and their mom can look and listen and go, yo, like, that's like family comedy at its finest, where it's not acknowledging that it's family comedy. Like, I just want you to watch me do stand up and you go, yo, wait, he didn't cuss? Wait a minute, what? Oh, yo, this, because like I love Sinbad. It's the first comedian I ever saw, stand up wise. I don't even know I don't know if he ever really did material. I know he did, but like it was just pure funny. He related to everyone. Kids are at his show. He's talking recklessly to how he talks. And it just so happens his reckless talk is good enough that kids can come because it's not affecting it. I just love that idea of like, yeah. I want to be the first comic to have a stand-up special on Disney+. That's what we're shooting for. I'm trying to jump into untapped territories.
Speak it.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the trajectory right now. If you see me at any shows, you're gonna hear some jokes where you're like, I don't know if I get this. It's heavy Disney right now. So it is heavy. When I do Chocolate Sundaes, I don't do those jokes just yet because I'm nervous over there. Can't be buzzing out. The whole crowd gonna be like, we don't go there, bro. Tickets are too. I'm like, okay, let me just go back to what I was talking about. You know, black people bowl. Like, but I'm trying to like tap into that market. I want to be the guy that you see. Like Kevin Hart helped it. This is becoming the longest ending question ever. Kevin Hart made it.
It's fine. We're gonna put like a couple motivational
Thank you.
music clips underneath, and we'll do a musical swell at the end.
So Kevin Hart, thank you. That special effect cheer.
Yes.
Kevin Hart made it so that like I didn't know comedians could be sponsored and be the face of things. I'm trying to do all of that, but like on the nerdy side of things. I'm trying to host Comic-Con, be sponsored by legit all the nerdy brands. Box Lunch, let me get Hot Topic in there. Like, I know Box Lunch because of Hot Topic, brother sister stores. It's the whole thing. My pants and shoes are from Hot Topic. I'm trying to be shoe sponsored, but I'm not trying to do Nike. Everyone does Nike. Give me Vans. Give me Adidas. Let's be out here.
He's kind of taken this question and turned it into a branding opportunity. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's weird. Are they tagged in it? They should be. But yeah, I'm trying to put out there this thing that no matter who you are, Jordan Conley that's the guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan, for joining us.
Thank you.
On the Sunday Scoop. Oh, you could.
Oh.
Yep.
Do it. Take it again.
Okay, ready? Thank you, Jordan, for...
What, that was a different handshake.
There it is.
Wow. It's a whole different handshake. All right, but at least I was prepared for it.
It's a whole different.
There you have it. That is this episode of the Sunday Scoop, and tune in next week.